And I want to just go over this meme real quick that really connects with my presentation at Anarchadelphia, my upcoming presentation called The Sacred Gift of Anger. Because, as I briefly talked about last week and just interjected a little bit of this whole Jeffrey Epstein situation regarding pedophilia and child trafficking at the highest levels of government institutions, which is all about Satanism at the highest levels of our society. I talked about my take on it and how this is all about just Epstein was never going to see the inside of a courtroom. Regardless of what you think happened to him, you can conjecture from now until the end of time. But he's a member of the big cult that runs the world, and the big cult that runs the world isn't having him singing like a bird in his day in court. It's just not happening. Okay, they control that because the population is largely comprised of immoral pieces of fucking trash that will do anything that they are commanded to do or asked to do for a big enough paycheck or a big enough bonus, enough cash waved in front of their face, and they say, yes, satanic master overlord, whatever you say I must do, I'll do that and take your petty cash bullshit, reward for your absolutely obedient house slaves immoral action that you want me to take. Okay, because that's how much to a large extent the vast majority of human beings on this planet are immoral trash. And that's why we're headed in the slavery direction that we're headed in, because people will not take heed of natural law. They don't want to learn it. They want to remain ignorant. They want to remain just totally and completely oblivious to what's really going on and the dynamics that are really controlling things and ordering things here on this planet and in this universe. And they do not want to understand the cosmic consequences for their behavior. For everyone on the planet. And so that's why this satanic cult continues to get away with what they are getting away with. Because all that karma is deflected away from them, because all they are order givers. And people like the people who work at Google, who are their globalist slaves, doing their bidding for them. Okay? What I'm about to show you should make you angry. And see, the thing is, people will see this and they'll just be like, oh yeah, that's just the way it is. No, it's not the way it is or has to be. Oh, it may be the way it is. It's not the way it has to be. People are behind this. This isn't some thing that is just set in stone in the universe and you have no control over. Human beings make these decisions through their free will, through their fucked up mindset, that think they're doing the right thing. And or just know that they're involved in the agenda and want to bring in this control because they're brainwashed and or just evil people at the core of their being and the core of their mind and heart. This is what we're up against. This is what the good people of the world, who's alleged good people of the world, who say they want freedom, who say they want a free society, are up against. But we keep blaming some, way high up levels, up the hierarchy. It's the average person who follows orders and just does this immoral behavior that's causing all of this. If you don't reach them with a message of natural law because you're angry enough about the behaviors that they're implementing that are creating chaos, you're not doing the great work. You don't even understand what the dynamic that needs to be done is. People are just talking about saying how they want things to change. Well, things don't just magically fucking change. Sorry to break the news to you, little boy, little girl. I'm going to just keep getting harsher and harsher about this stuff because the more and more I see, the more and more I realize no one's paying attention to what's really going on. Hardly anybody. I mean, I could bring up these dynamics on the street. Not one person for square miles around have any idea what I'm talking about. None. They don't even believe there's any such thing as truth. They don't believe there is such a thing as natural law. They don't believe in objective morality. They think it's whatever the fuck you want to believe, make it up. Solipsism, whatever you think is your truth is true. Whatever you think is right is right. They're total relativists and solipsists everywhere. All around in this city. Everywhere. Just about every person you talk to. Because they have been gotten. Their souls are gotten. They're gotten by the government. They're gotten by the education system. They're gotten by whatever political party, total association, egoically, their whole identity wrapped up in. They're gotten in every way. So this slide is a meme that's going around on social media everywhere. I'm glad it's kind of going viral. That shows you people talking about the Clinton body count and all the people that were have so-called committed suicide around the Clintons, since they were some of the biggest drug traffickers in the United States back in Arkansas. Okay? You type in DuckDuckGo search engine Clinton body and leave it blank. Okay? And then start typing a space after that. And then all of these results about the Clinton body count will come up. Clinton body count fact sheet, Clinton body count Wikipedia, Clinton body bags, Clinton body count meme, Clinton body count what really happened, Clinton bodyguard Snopes, Clinton body count Snopes, Clinton bodyguard deaths. All of these things about deaths related to closeness with the Clintons, will come up in DuckDuckGo. But on Google, you type it in and one result comes back. Clinton body shop in Clinton, Mississippi. A car body shop, collision center. So if you don't think that blatant censorship is taking place about something that is very real, what couple do you know? I asked this before. What couple do you know on earth that has over 40 people connected with them at a friendship level, at a close level? Okay, not just even associates, at a friendship level, connected to a couple that that 40 people who are friends with them committed suicide. Over 40. How many people do you know at all in your life that committed suicide? If you know 1, 2, or 3, that's a lot for most people. Or if you know someone who knows somebody committed suicide, you might know, 5 or 10. Imagine one couple, and then here's what will be said. Oh, well, they're at high levels of politics, so they're under stress, and their immediate associates and friends are under such stress. Well, how many people in politics know 40 people who have committed suicide? Let alone couples in politics with 40 people around them that have committed suicide who are their friends. It doesn't happen, even in politics, okay? You won't find examples of it. And so this is a very real example of censorship. And I'm glad it's making the rounds on social media, because imbeciles who don't think we're in an era of total censorship regarding these big tech jackasses that are total socialist clowns and total totalitarian assholes, okay? People actually still trust this institution. If you are still using Google as a search engine at this point, I mean, you're like complicit with communism. That's how blatant it is. All right, you're complicit with worldwide totalitarianism and worldwide socialism ushering in worldwide communism. That's really how bad it is. And that is not to take the alternative position to say, I agree with the alt-right and the right-winged authoritarians. It's all nonsense. It's all a Hegelian dialectic to get people to just believe in the legitimacy of authority vested in human beings called the government. But it's very apparently blatantly totalitarian, especially when it comes to socialists and leftists who are authoritarian in their mindset and want government involved in every aspect of life. And now they want to control what people are allowed to say. I'm going to do this search in real time so people can say, oh, this isn't a Photoshop thing. Let's do it in real time. So I'm going to step out of the presentation. I'm going to go over to my web browser, okay? And let's bring it up in real time. Here we go. This is the DuckDuckGo search engine. I've reconfigured it so that it will show results as you type. I usually turn that off, but there you have it. I click in there, and there is the result. Clinton body count, fact sheet, Wikipedia, bags, meme, what really happened, Snopes, and bodyguard deaths. Okay, right there with the word body. Now let's go to Google and do the same exact thing. So I have the search pre-prepared, Clinton body, in the Google search engine. I'm going to put a space after it, as I would if I'm going to continue typing something. And the only result that now comes back is Clinton body shop. That's it. Okay? Right there, you've seen it in real time. So the meme is accurate. As a matter of fact, they've even eliminated some results here in the Google search engine in real time. The same results are present for DuckDuckGo. So right there, if you don't think your ability to research is being completely censored in real time by these totalitarian search engines and these totalitarian big tech companies. Look, I'm on their platforms. I'm on YouTube, okay? I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on there because I'm trying to make people aware of what's going on. I'll be on there until they want to censor me, and then I'll dump their platform and go somewhere else. I don't really care what you guys want to do. You're not going to stop me from speaking and getting the message out. Because you're authoritarian trash and you are evil. You are evil people. At the core of your mind and heart, you're evil. All of you. And you should be completely ashamed of yourselves. You are immoral, trash human beings to continue to do this. You're not doing anything that's good for people. You're not doing anything that's good for the world. You're trash. You're immoral scumbag fucking trash. Okay? Who thinks you're good. And that's what every other immoral piece of scumbag fucking trash throughout human history thought. They think that they're good and they just want to impose totalitarian control over other people and their speech. Up to a point where they're rounding them up and putting them in work camps and or shooting them in the back of the head. You're the fucking trash. Not the people who are trying to speak truth and learn about what's really going on at high levels of corruption in government, including child trafficking and pedophilia. To ask questions about that means that you're a good person trying to seek the truth. To try to censor research about that means you're an authoritarian piece of fucking garbage. And that's what the people who work at Google are. That's what the people who work at Facebook are. You are immoral, garbage human beings at the core of your heart. You have a black-hearted, evil core to your heart. Because you don't understand the necessity of free speech at this time in human history. And that makes you a garbage, immoral human. And you should be ashamed of yourselves, and your parents should be ashamed of themselves for bringing a child like you into the fucking world. It's your parents' fault for not raising you with morality. You're garbage trash. And that's all I have to say about that right now.